Hello again and welcome back everybody. It's Big Papa Timo playing a little No Man's Sky. We're continuing on with our beginner's guide and we are on our base planet. We landed next to this big old structure here that's real close by our base. Our base is literally right up on top of that hill, and I just wanted to show you all that there are the save points here. There were some empty containers for some free loot. There was a landing pad so that we don't have to pay for the launch fuel when we take off again. And of course, there's a building over here. Now we have some damaged machinery. Let's see what that takes. 25 chromatic metal. We don't have that at the moment. We could go in here and check around. Trying not to squirrel around too much. Because I want to make sure I show you guys enough things, but you do need to come into the buildings nearby and check things out. There's 10 free nanite clusters. We know that those are going to be useful in the future when we want to buy upgrades for our modules. Hey, we just got a Journey Milestone. Setting out, traveled 8,000 units. And in here we have this on the wall. This is going to give us some nanite clusters. 7 more nanite clusters added to the account. You're always going to find small groupings of them, but every little bit counts. It helps. We're going to avoid checking out that big building over here for right now. As much as I would like to go in it and check around, we're going to go ahead and get back on track and head right over to our base. We're going to scare the local creatures, make them jump a little bit. We're going to grab our condensed carbon crystals here, scare some more local creatures, get out of here, guys. Although we might want to think about killing them, because if you guys remember, in the station we needed 20 more Mordite. We were a little shy being able to talk to that last Viking, but we also upgraded our mining tool. Wow, we have a Corvex casing and a Gek relic just taking up space. We're going to go ahead and scan this guy here. That's going to be some cobalt for the future. We need more. That's a salt deposit over there. And then this is carbon. Make sure we can actually pick up the carbon. Now, since we are actually down here close to our ship, I'm going to show you. Starship is out of range. We want to run closer. And when we're up at our base, we might have to call the ship in like I showed you before. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and go to our Exosuit. I'm going to take this Corvex casing and send it to the Starship, the Gek relic as well. The salt. The sulfurine. We're going to keep the carbon nanotubes. We're going to get rid of the Mordite just for the moment. I'm going to hold on to the salvage technology. What else can we send over there? We can send the uranium because that's recharging for the fuel. And that's going to give us 6 available slots for the moment. Navigation data. Send the navigation data over there for now. We'll get into that in the future. But I definitely need to get some more carbon. Because we need to replace our terrain manipulator. And we're also going to need to start fixing some of these things. So we need 1 more carbon nanotube. Let's go ahead and get back to our exosuit and craft that real quick. Back to the multi-tool. Technology. Now these are the types of things that if you had learned one of the blueprints from up at the space station, it would be available for construction in here. We're going to go ahead and do our terrain manipulator. But you guys might notice we have a bolt caster now. We're going to square button and reload because we actually have some ammunition in there. And Oh, that killed him so much easier than our mining laser. Remember, you don't want to do that with the sentinels nearby. They don't like that. There is some salt just all over the place here. So we're going to go ahead and pick up just a little bit of that. And again, like I said, I hate scrolling. But since this is a new player's guide, I do need to teach you all how to make just a little bit of quick cash. And if you remember, when we went up to the space station, those albumen pearls were actually worth a decent chunk of change. So we're going to pick these puppies up real quick. There's just a bunch of them sitting here. 3 humming eggs with 3 albumen pearls right there. Look at that. So fast and easy. There's a 5th. So that's going to give us 1 whole stack, but look, there's a bunch of them in this cave. Well, I haven't taken you all into a cave system yet, so let's go ahead and do a little spelunking. We'll do a little cave dive in here. Now our radiation protection is falling. Let's see how much space we have left in our exosuit. We still have 4 slots. That means we can pick up another 10. These, now that we're in here, our radiation protection is stabilizing, so that's also a good benefit. We don't have to use any sodium to recharge. It just recharges naturally in the cave. And I'm going to grab every albumen pearl I can find. Look at this big cluster of them up here. Wow. You guys are just amazingly good luck. Since I started doing this video series, I found an S-class weapon, 24 slots. My opening system has freighter or haulers that I actually like. Decent size, you know, the 47s. Again, I'll get into a ship guide in the future. Got to make sure I'm not going to run out of inventory space here. I'm getting close. And I'm in a cave system that's just got moneymaker left, right, and center. And even though the damage on the current multi-tool is actually significant, that was a pretty decent beginner's upgrade. It might not seem like it's so much, but those extra couple slots for free really do help. Oh, I overheated again. Got a little lens flare off of that. If you guys get the opportunity while you're out and about searching through the interwebs, trying to find videos, if you found myself, there are also some amazing people out there that do great videos. The 3 that I would suggest, the first one would be Thanxes, who I have to say thank you to. His series of currently 70, I believe, No Man's Sky videos really helped me out amazingly, and just a great series to watch. So if you get a chance, check him out. I will provide a link at some point in time in the comments below, and you guys can check out that. Then there is Hawks Gaming, and there's also Xaine's World. Xaine's World is the more technical aspect of things. If you ever want to get into the high-end mathematics of exactly what's involved in this game, Xaine's World is the place to go. Thanxes does amazing stuff for his gameplay and everything, and it is very informative to watch, but Xaine's World is just absolutely amazing. I mean, he really has everything down on the mathematics of values of finding items and systems and everything else. So I highly recommend that you guys search on YouTube for those or check out the links once I set them up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back to our ship here so that I know we're close enough. We're going to go and we're going to send these albumen pearls right to the Starship. We should be able to clear up 3 spots. Throw some more salt over that way. And I believe that's all we're going to get out of that. We could send some Mordite over there as well, since I did kill another critter. Now, one of the other things we're going to do, we're going to go back in here real quick, because I believe I used all of our ammunition. Well, now that we have a bolt caster, can't let that happen. Ferrite dust is all that's required for having the ammunition, so we're going to use that. And now we're going to finally make it back to our base. And here's our overseer, our Gek buddy. Attendant Ralphar has made it back, and we need to go ahead and see him. We have so much to learn, so much to see, and this place will be our home amidst the infinite. Take this glass and let starlight flood into our jolly home. Accept the glass. We also learned a new four glass. Frost crystals, they grow on cold planets. We have gamma weed on this one, frost crystals on one of the other ones. Everything pours through glass in the end, but there's enough time for that. There are other things that we have to do. If you prepare chromatic metal, I will use it to calibrate a science terminal suitable for a Korvax entity. Korvax have suffered terribly at the hands of my people. Be kind to them, I beg of you. I found my way to the stars and met these people, these Korvax, Gek, and Viking, all with their own stories. But through their empires have fallen, and their structures have crumbled into the earth. Their base remains immaculate, free of dust and decay. It's as if it was made for me. We're in a wooden shack there, buddy. The overseer asked me to gather chromatic metal in preparation for the recruitment of a Korvax scientist. I accept. Lieutenant Ralphar is already making themselves useful. A science terminal, a new Korvax guest, and all for just a handful of chromatic metal. How much chromatic metal does he want? We only have 11. Collect chromatic metal for the overseer. We're going to go ahead and jump into our quest log. One of the things you have to make sure you are properly highlighting the quest that you're on. Now there we go, 11 of 40. Let's go ahead and grab this pure ferrite. Let's go ahead and reload. And then we'll see if we have any copper. We don't have any copper. Well. Pretty sure that's copper right there. That's the reason we put the base right here. Let's switch over to our terrain manipulator. Make sure we've got our smallest bubble available and start blasting some copper away. Now this is not a very large node of copper, but it will do. We've already got 50. Well, we've already scanned those guys. They are weird looking. I hate to say it, Hello Games had a very interesting sense of humor when they made some of these creature models. I think the game developers were definitely in a goofy mood. Definitely in a goofy mood. Oh, we've already got 100 copper here, guys, so we're going to go ahead and sign off here for now. That's all the time we have. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you want to see future updates, make sure you hit the subscribe. Until next time, fly safe.